Hi everyone, welcome to the day 2 solution for the 30-day AutoCAD challenge. So this one, obviously we were looking at more circles, arrays, using the offset a little bit more and using the trim function. So hopefully yesterday's solution enabled you to be able to pick a start point here, and obviously everything on this drawing is referenced from this nice center point. So from center to edge, obviously we know that we have a diameter there of 150 or 75 radius. Okay, from that point to here, obviously we know that then we had a further 10, so 160 diameter overall, or 170 if you include obviously both sides. Then with this little guy here, which was a pitch circle diameter or PCD from the center, which then gave us all the center points for these little array holes here. Remember, they were equally spaced. There's 8 of them, 20mm in diameter. The last one is then we had this little kind of keyway. So again, if we run through the steps, the first thing to really do is to pick a start circle. So I would have chosen a big 150 with my center point in the center. Then you could have done either the offset, or you could have gone into maybe doing the array first. So again, you could have maybe pitched off your offset, which would have given you the bigger circle. Okay, then you could have maybe done your vision circle, which would have done for your offset, and your PCD, and then you could have again gone around and put the array on. Okay, for your 8 holes. What I would have done last is, because it's nice and straightforward, is last one then you do obviously is put all of your holes in. Okay, so then you put the circle in. Okay, and then you'd obviously use the line tool to put your keyway in and trim out that middle line. That's the easiest way to do this this particular drawing. So let's run through it. So into AutoCAD. Okay, I've chosen my template, so I'm going to go to the start. Now yesterday I sort of shown you how you draw the page and make sure that your drawing will be in the center of that area, and then when you come into the page border, it's all well and good. Today we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm actually going to use this X and Y and the center zone to my advantage. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw my 150, okay, from the 0, point. So it's asked me to specify the radius of a circle. Now if I put D in, okay, lowercase or capital, it doesn't matter. If you look down the bottom, okay, down here, it says that I can specify the diameter. So I can even click this, or I can put D and press enter. That changes my mode from a radius circle into a diameter. So I'm putting diameter 150, enter button to accept. Then I'm going to come in and do the offset command. So I can either put an offset as one word, or I can actually put an O. So O is like a hotkey on the command. Okay, and I want to specify 10mm. Okay, I'm going to click the circle. Now offset will work 2 ways. If I come into the circle and make it 10mm smaller. Okay, if you go outside the circle, 10mm bigger. So I want to make sure I'm out of the circle. Once I'm out of the circle, click to accept. So now I need a pitch circle diameter again, but I've got a radius number, so I've got to make sure that I'm in the radius circle. So I need to see again. Okay, I'm just going to read the bottom, make sure I'm still in the radius. So specify center point, middle again, so 0, 0. Okay, don't try and click that middle bit, because you'll probably end up being slightly off. So the radius of this one is 45. Okay, so it's a PCD, pitch circle diameter. The actual dimension is specified within a radius. So I just have something called a vision layer, which you can create. Just go into layer properties. Okay, layer properties, and then you can obviously just make a new layer. Again, if you watched the video, that was where it's all been explained before. So into vision, okay, I'm just going to turn that one into a vision area, because then it just means it's not a critical part of my drawing. It just shows that that's where the array is. Okay, now I'm going to come to circle diameter. I'm actually going to select it this time rather than using the hotkey, and I'm going to latch onto that quadrant up the top. Okay, it's like a snap point. I'm going to zoom in and show you a bit easier there. If you don't have that quadrant available, you're thinking, oh, it's not snapping at any point, come down to the snap function. Okay, first thing to do, make sure it is O snap turned on. Is it highlighted down here? So either F3 or O snap on the command. Okay, and then you can choose whatever ones you want. I generally just have these ones on by default because it's just I haven't turned them off before. But I normally have endpoint, midpoint, centers, nodes, quadrants. So obviously I need to make sure quadrant is turned on. If it's unticked like it is now, it means it's not available. You just need to tick it. Okay, or you can actually come in and put O snap, and then the first one will come up and give you this nice little window, and you can come in and select the ones that you want. So circle diameter, okay, I'm going to choose the center point for my circle, specify the diameter, so it's diameter 20, okay, and I'm going to change that to my drawing, I was just didn't select my layer property beforehand. Then we're going to come into array, so you see the array function here, okay, drop down the array tab, I want polar array, rather than the rectangle that's currently shown. So polar array will do it around the center point, okay, path array will do it across a path, or like a line, or an arc, or whatever way that you want it, and rectangular array will do it along two, like sort of two columns or two points, and then fill like a rectangle essentially. So polar array, okay, it wants me to select the object, which I've got, choose the center point, okay, I'm just going to do 0, 0. Okay, then it just shows me the actual type, so I can change them the type, and I need 8 of them, so 8 lots of 20. Okay, so 8 items. Okay, just going to come off, so it should say it's 45 between 360, so they're all equal spaced. Okay, I could change the base point or rotate them if I wanted, but I'm happy with that selection, so I'm going to tick OK. So there we go, there's our 50, our 10mm offset, our polar array. Last thing to do, back into circle radius, okay, 0, 0. And I want now my R15. Okay, like so I'm going to zoom in, change that to my drawing, because I haven't come off of that mode again. So remember, every time you come off of it, it will go back. So you've got to make sure you override it that way. Now I'm going to do a construction line now. I'm going to come off the 0, 0 mark. I'm just going to come along like so. So now I need to basically put this 5.85 in, I need to put this 10 in. So I've got a halfway line, so I'm just going to offset. Okay, 5, go 5 above. Okay, and then now I sort of need a line to come out, so I'm actually going to draw a line on that quadrant there up. Back into offset. Okay, now I'm going to do 5.85, and I'm going to choose that line. That's now 5.85 along, so I've got like a mini sort of grid. On my drawing, okay, I'm going to come up to the points and just over sketch, and what I'm going to do is actually going to come into the circle, okay, like so. Now I'm going to come into trim, so trim either lives in this location here, or it's TR for shortcut, or TRIM, whatever you want to do. Okay, enter that one, and what I'm going to now do is just going to trim out everything that's off my construction line. So I'm actually going to turn my construction lines off so I don't delete any of those. So on AutoCAD 20 or 2021 or 2022, when you come on trim, you can select anything that intersects, it will remove that part, like so. Anything prior to 2020 to 2019 backwards, okay, you have to select the object, select the two objects, press enter, and then you click the part that you want to remove. Okay, so that's now my top half of the keyway. Okay, I've got it trimmed. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to introduce a new tool. I'm going to use the mirror function. I'm going to use this horizontal line, this vertical line. Okay, enter to accept into the system. Choose the snap point. Okay, and I'm just going to go along to this point here. Click another point on that horizontal line. Erase the original source. I want to keep it. Okay, now actually I've mirrored my second part of that keyway. That's what I'm going to do, turn it off, okay, back into trim. I'm just going to trim out that circle, like so, enter, escape to cancel. There is my nice little keyway. Last thing to do is if you go to annotate and use the dimension tools there, or use it on the home screen. Okay, I want to do my diameter, so I'm just sort of going to come off, like so, to keep it nice and sort of uniform. It's 170. Space key to put the next 150. Okay, if I wanted to, you could do it like what I did before and do the offset, so I could just do point to point like so as well, so I wouldn't actually need to put 170 in then. going to put a radius in, so I'm going to put my radius in, okay, of here, 45. I'm going to put my diameter in, which is there, which is 20. Now, you see on my one I put 8, so what you can actually do, you can edit these functions. I put 8 times, okay, 20 diameter, and then tick that one off. That's going to do, just going to come straight down the bottom now, put my other radius in, okay, R15, and then last one I'm going to do is just put my 2 linear dimensions in here. I'm actually going to go below here because I've got another line there, so it's going to get a bit messy. Okay, like so. So there's my 2. Now, if you look here, 5.85, okay, 6.71. So I've actually come out too far. So what I'm going to do is a quick bit of editing now. Okay, it's because when I actually did those radiuses there, obviously what I've done is that it's only probably going to be 5 mil away rather than 5.85. So what I'm going to do, okay, is quickly edit this. So I need 5.85. So I can quite simply got 2 options now. I can draw a line sort of backwards, or I can bring on the line forwards. It's entirely up to my choice. So what I need to do is sort of bring back this element here, so I can stretch or lengthen, okay, like so. I'll just undo that, delete it, so I could stretch. Okay, and then when I've done that, all I have to do is I can either move this back and bring it forward. So I'm just going to remove that sort of line here. Move that one. I'm going to do an offset of 585 from that line. Can I have both of those lines? I can come along, select those components, and I just want to do a simple move there to there. Just delete that dimension there, delete that dimension there, trim out again. Okay, I could actually just shorten that line if I wanted to as well. Just click on the point, bring it back to the snap there. Okay, so just manipulated that. Now I can come along, do another linear 585. I just obviously, okay, let's do it down the bottom. Give some lots of space. Okay, let's just snap on again. So make sure you are right on that point of the snap. Which I haven't obviously. So 585. So I'm just going to select that one. It's just locking onto the wrong part there. I'm just going to bring that dimension down, like so, and that's off my 10, which will go there. Turn off my construction lines. Okay, like so. Turn off. There we have it. Now it's just into your border. Okay, you're going to come in, double click the area, position. Okay, I could do one to one. Make sure I'm happy, and I'm going to go straight into my export. Okay, saved all the details from last time. It's running A3. I'm going to put it on my desktop. It's something easy for me to find. Challenge 02 is now complete. So again, make sure you look out for challenge 3. Okay. Any comments you want to put? Maybe you did it a slightly different approach again, but any comments you can sort of put in. We can maybe you want to tell other people a different sort of way. So thanks for that, and I'll stay tuned and I'll see you tomorrow.